And there's a push bunt to third. They go to second. They'll get the force. And Wade reaches on the fielder's choice. And there's a little talk in there between Holt and Austin. And the benches will empty.
I'll tell you what, every once in a while on a cold night, when you're just sitting on the bench and you got to run out there, a little stiff. You got to get up and stretch before you go out there.
Now the guys from the bullpen do the obligatory jog in.
Well, you see the replay. I mean, he did come across the bag, but this is what you're taught to do. You slide in hard, but you know, this day and age with the new ruling, kind of took offense to it, but you know, he actually did spike him in the back of the foot, but he actually slid over the bag. It's not like he went outside.
Looked like he got a piece of Brock Holt. The bench is cleared after that. And that's why he gets drilled here, and he slams the bat. Now he's making a move, and here he comes on the run, and now fisticuffs as Kelly's being tackled and punches being thrown. The dugout's emptying. Here come the bullpens again, and this time it's for real. Unlike the last time, punches and tackles, and we're going to see some ejections after this one. And the Red Sox and Yankees are at it again. Austin getting drilled. And Kelly just about undressed.
Well, very clear that was in response to the slide at second base by Austin earlier in the game, and this is for real.
He has to be pulled away.
I think Kelly tried to get him 2 pitches earlier. He missed them, and then he got him this time. So everybody hovering around the Red Sox dugout right now, they're getting Austin away from all the action. Kelly's got his shirt ripped.
Yep, and bleeding up there around the neck. So some blood on the lip of Austin as well.
And then the one that got him right in the back, and that one's convinced that was intentional, slams the bat down and heads out to Kelly, throws the helmet down, and Kelly gets a couple of licks in, but then everybody starts to pile on Kelly. It looked like a rugby match. Boy. Kelly said, "Let's go."
Yeah, Joe said, "Come on."
He actually got him down on the ground, and
here's Nolan leading off in the 3rd inning. It'll be Arenado, Gonzalez, and Story against Perdomo. Oh, here goes Nolan out to the mound. Look at this.
And the benches have cleared. There is a melee on the infield. Nolan Arenado had a ball go behind him. He threw his helmet down, ran toward the pitcher's mound. Perdomo threw his glove down. Bench is cleared. Here come the bullpens as well. Umpires right in the middle of this.
Mark McGuire knows Nolan very well. This is not contentious. He's trying to calm him down. Carr goes in there. Nolan had to have an idea that it may be coming, because 2 guys after last night, even though they were far from intentional, got hit. And that one had purpose. Perdomo's got to go. Nolan will be gone. And A.J. Ellis and Nolan still trying to get in it. Cargo's now trying to make sure it's just today for Nolan. You don't want anything more than that. Where this pitch is. Well, actually, I thought it was a little higher than that. But
the Rockies
Nolan,
have had it. I mean,
they've had it. They're frustrated right now.
Yeah. Nolan's had it. Perdomo threw his glove straight at Nolan.
Watson home with a 1-1 pitch that Puig fouls back. His reaction tells you he thinks he had one to hit there.
It was a high breaking ball that was kind of up and flat.
Puig and Hundley coming together. Hundley shoves him. Puig returns the ball, and the bench is clear. Now it's George Lombard and Nick Hundley. Bob Guerin restraining Yasiel Puig. The bullpens have joined the picture. Hunter Pence, Ty Block restraining Hundley. We were in replay when it all began, but it seemed harmless to begin as Puig turned to face Hundley and exchange words for exchanging shoves. We're still waiting for the rulings on any potential ejections here. So Hundley started the conversation. And Hundley, it was actually Puig that delivered the first push.
He's a hard man to stop if he wants to go somewhere.
George Lombard did his best to.
And Dietrich admiring that one. He is homered for the second time against the Pirates this year. That one way out of here.
I think he hit that one further than Frazier hit his.
Yeah. And it is into the
wet.
Allegheny.
Yeah, that's a lot further.
StatCast says 436. And Cervelli having a word with Dietrich.
Well,
that may be
I don't
the
have
longest run he hits in his career.
I don't have a problem because I just don't have a problem with him.
Yeah.
But as I said, when we were talking about before, I'm in the minority in that.
Now Cervelli kind of glared at him as he crossed home plate the first time around. And of course, a pitch comes in at him, and Archer's going to be warned.
Archer apparently has a problem with it.
And David Bell saying, well, why warn him? And here comes everybody who wants to talk about it. These two teams have played each other quite a bit here in the early going, and it's feisty. There's some pushing and shoving. Don't let anybody get hurt now. Well, the old baseball code had been broken, apparently.
Seems to be a difference of opinion, though. It's like the guys in the red shirts, they don't feel like they did anything wrong.
And Puig is going after it now. He's throwing some arms around just when you thought it had quelled. Well, Puig got his arms up.
Well, I think Puig and Cervelli were kind of jawing at each other as everybody was leaving.
There's Trevor Williams in the middle.
Well, Trevor doesn't look very happy either. Maybe he's the one that's saying something.
I'm going to take an army to hold him back. And this is early in the fracas.
Now he kind of circles around. He eventually outflanks everybody. Goes out to the side. And Princey was the first one to grab a hold of Puig.
Tom Prince, the bench coach.
And he's going to add to both of those totals. Wow. Almost the same place, and that might have gone to the river on the fly. How about that? A pair of home runs in the game today, both into the Allegheny. And all of a sudden, the Reds are back in this thing. It's 7-5.
And remember, the two late inning pitchers that the Pirates rely on have been ejected from the ball game.
Punch the ball consistently into right and right center field.
Tim crushes this ball. He throws the bat. The ball goes flying. It is gone. 2-0 Sox. The ball was majestic. The bat was a javelin. And the Sox lead.
That's home run number 4. He's driven in 12. The Sox have a 2-run lead, and Tim Anderson with our 4th home run replay, and this is a bomb. That's a high fastball. He gets every bit of it, throws the bat away.
Led to 2 unearned runs, and the Royals tied it. And Maldonado gets right in Anderson's face after Keller drills him with the first pitch. And here we go.
Well,
it's not the first time, and let me give you a disclaimer. I'm not blaming either side, but this is not the first time Tim Anderson has done that on a home run with the Royals, and the Royals have not appreciated it either time.
No, I mean that was pretty flagrant, especially after he threw the bat and then he yelled something and looked like it was towards Maldonado. I mean, you know, those are things that happen. Alex got one in the ribs early in the game. Hey, maybe that's the payback. And if you're gonna do it, get him below the waist, exactly where he got it. And you can't expect to just be flagrant and flaunt like that, you know, and show your opponent up without any repercussions.
And he also rubbed elbows with Maldonado after he touched home plate. I mean,
he crossed the line. There's no doubt.
Guys get caught up in the emotion and they hit a big home run. And
well, somewhere in this sequence, Tim's going to wind up stealing second base, and eventually he's going to.
Now they're going to go at it again. The managers are screaming Wilson for Kansas City, and now we're going to do it again.
Well, Brady wants to make sure that Tim Anderson stays in the game, so he's got him pinned down by the stands over there. He doesn't want Tim to get involved in any of this stuff.
That's Vance Wilson in the Royals bullpen, who was John.
And Ricky is incensed.
Ricky's hot. I mean, we're going to find out what got said, but Ricky Renteria wants to get involved, and good for him. There's an easy way to take somebody and shrink their ego a little bit. You keep them off the base path. It's a tie game. The lead run is at first. Do better, baseball.
It's important that I hit a home run, but how important is it for me to do the other things?
So that's how you do it. If it was up around his head, he might have got ejected, and they're going to throw him out.
Wow.
Yeah, and exactly.
All right, well, that's...
Send him out, too. Kick them both out.
And let's see. Joe West just threw somebody out. He threw Tim Anderson out of the game.
I don't know about that.
I mean, he just got hit by a pitch from the Royals starting pitcher. They're going to send Keller out of here. Why would Tim get thrown out?
Well, that's what.
What
Ricky,
do you do?
Well, that's what Ricky wants to know.
So you're going to stand there and take a projectile in the rear end and get thrown out of the game for it? That's insane. It's just wrong. You're getting thrown at. You're in danger. Of course you're going to be mad. That's ridiculous.
There is a serious conversation going on right now, and Garrett is hot. And now there's some serious chirping coming from the Pirates dugout. And now Garrett's on his way to the dugout, and here we go. Oh! Garrett goes in there punching. This is not a good scene at all.
I don't know who he went after, but he got in there, and he is right in the middle of it.
Oh, my goodness.
And Amir Garrett is outnumbered, and here we go. Both sides have cleared.
I mean, Amir Garrett went straight to the dugout and threw a haymaker at somebody, and this is a real brawl. I mean, there are guys swinging left and right down there in front of that dugout.
There's about 3 different piles right now, one right in front of the dugout, one off the right, and one to the left.
You can feel it brewing and brewing and brewing, and I'm not sure the umpires are going to be able to break up this one.
Well, they're going to have to look back on this. There's David Bell, who came back out of the clubhouse. going after Clint Hurdle, evidently.
Bell having words with Hurdle.
David Bell has come back out of the Reds dugout, and he's having to be restrained.
Bell is going after Clint Hurdle.
Yes, he is.
Upset.
He is.
That's the second manager this year that has gone after Clint Hurdle. First it was Joe Madden, and now it is David Bell.
Garrett went flying towards the Pirates dugout and went throwing punches.
Flaring up once more, and now Puig trying to be held back. And it's all mixed up right in front of the Pirates dugout.
And now Puig from the back. Puig coming at Crick.
Up. It started when it looked like Jeff Pickler came out to take Amir Garrett out of the game, and when Garrett left him out, he went straight for the Pirate dugout.
Brent, I don't think I've ever seen a pitcher charge an opponent's dugout.
Garrett on the mound, and he was talking to Jeff Pickler, and it had enough. And this is what started. Garrett went flying in there with a punch that looked like it connected. Nope, it missed. Luckily, Suarez, the first red there. In the bottom of your screen, you're going to see David Bell sprinting out of the Reds dugout, went straight for Clint Hurdle, pushed him away. And now, as I said, that Puig was on the field with his glove. Now he is walking off. We are going to assume that he's one of the ejections. And if you believe the trade rumors out there tonight, this might be the last time you see him in a Reds uniform.
Kelly on 3-0. Oof. Just get away from him.
Yeah, I think that one slipped. There was a vibe all the way here to Dodger Stadium in our booth that I felt like this would be an interesting game, and I didn't know if it would turn into fireworks, but that could have been the first salvo. Be at first and make sure he's over at first when you're going that way.
Muncy goes to second, one. Seager back to first, not in time. They settle for one.
That's why Joe's looking. He slightly missed the base, and then he gets spiked a little bit, and that's why he glanced back at Brantley.
Correa 2 for 2 tonight. Look out. That was a off-speed pitch that spills him. Correa now looking out there.
Do not apologize. Let the fear, let the mystery of what was that about, let that linger in the hitter's eyes.
Here it comes. That's just what he did, and he got a swing and a miss from Correa to get out of the inning. Oh, Joe Kelly strutting his way off after an interesting inning. All right, so the benches have cleared, and we'll do our best to maintain social distancing while still sending a message. Both sides. I kind of just want to sit here and listen, since you can hear just about everything.
This isn't going to go away for a while. I think some of these pitches were by mistake and some were on purpose. Those facial expressions were priceless.
That's one way to reintroduce yourself.
And he hits Laureano with a breaking ball.
Might have been in the same spot. Now, he doesn't have to talk to the pitcher about his release point. I'm not sure he knows that much about pitching.
What's this about?
That's the second time Laureano's been hit in this ball game. That's 14 times an A has been hit this season.
There's somebody in the Astros dugout. We've got a little fight going on. This is not supposed to happen with the social distancing, but Laureano ran over to the Astros dugout, and now somebody getting into it with Martin Maldonado. Grossman has Castellanos. Laureano ran at the Astros dugout after there was some chirping. Obviously, everybody can hear everything these days with no fans. Dustin Garneau may have been the first one out to meet him. Laureano's going to be taken out of this game for inciting that brawl. 1-1.
That's roped to left field. O'Neill spun around. Bye-bye baseball. Nick Castellanos launches a two-run tater, and the Reds get a couple more back. It's 7-3.
Well, we saw him in spring training really swinging a hot bat.
Already today he's hit a ball to the wall, the right field wall, and launches this one a no-doubter.
Goes and their hot dogs and the Cracker Jack, and there's batting cages set up in the concourse.
I know it.
I'm thinking, holy smokes. Castellano is hit by the pitch. That ball gets away, play at the plate, and safe at the plate. And Castellano words with Jake Woodford. And here we go. Arenado is all over it. He was in the middle of it. Carpenter's out there. They got a restrained Yachty.
Well, Castellanos the one walking it off now, but he's the one that started it at home plate, yelling in the face of Jake Woodford. You knew there were some emotions. Jake's fired up, certainly.
Having flashbacks to Brandon Phillips and Yachty.